We, as Detroit Lions fans, have been through it all, man. Every negative statistic we know. We know that the Detroit Lions are one of four teams, the only four teams to not appear in the Super Bowl. The Lions, the Texans, the Jaguars, and the Cleveland Browns are AFC brothers. We know that we have not won a playoff game for over 30 years and one playoff win in the Super Bowl era. Like Eminem or B Rabbit off 8 Mile, I know everything you're about to say against me. And I can't wait. We came close in 1991 of getting at least putting 3 teams to never make this Super Bowl. And we have been getting a lot of love lately, a ton of love, like more love than I can handle. It's almost weird being on this side of the love because we're used to seeing it. We're used to getting dished all the negative stuff. The Lions can't do this. The Lions can't do that. And even with Matthew Stafford, Megatron, Calvin Johnson, Jim Caldwell, we all still heard it. Matt Patricia came around and destroyed this franchise. Well, he was allowed to. Martha let him fire Jim Caldwell. And it wind up maybe, just maybe, being the best thing to ever happen to the Detroit Lions organization. In the time that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes and Sheila Hemp has been in charge of the organization. Their YouTube channel, their official YouTube channel, has gone from 19,000 to 100K. People can see signs of change. And in a year from Matt Patricia getting fired, 3-12-1, to coming back 9-8, no primetime games. And now we have a handful of them. We ended the 2022 season, and we are going to kick off the 2023 season against the reigning Super Bowl champions in their home when they get their championship rings. But the love that we're getting now is hard to sink in my opinion. Why? Where is this coming from? This is coming from the fact that according to ESPN FPI, the Detroit Lions are actually have a percentage of making Super Bowl 58. Unreal. At 14%, the Philadelphia Eagles. At 13%, the Kansas City Chiefs, who won the Super Bowl, by the way. The Buffalo Bills at 9, the 49ers at number 3 with 11%, Bills at 4. Bengals went 2 years ago at 9, Cowboys at 7. And underneath that, your Detroit Lions, number 7 with 4% as they round out the top 10 with the Jets, Ravens, and Chargers. I would hate to see what those other 22 teams are. If the Chargers have 3%, what are the other odds percentage for those teams there? Now you might be saying, dude, it's 4%. We're in the conversation. In the conversation, a team that started 1-6, finished the season 8-2 out of their last 10 games. And if you go back and you watch some of those games, you're like, man, we were right there. If this wouldn't have happened, if we could have made them punt, if we could have done this. I don't think it's that far-fetched to say Lions and Super Bowl going in the same sentence. We're underneath the Super Bowl champions. We're underneath the runners-up. We're underneath the 49ers, who've been there and tried to get back. The Bills, who just can't get out their own way. The Bengals, who went 2 years ago. And the Dallas, Stephen A. Smith, get a joke on Cowboys. And then it's us. The Cowboys haven't been to a Super Bowl in over 25 years. So Cowboys fans, take that. Who's laughing now? Young punks. The Detroit Lions with a 4% chance. 4% chance. That's huge out of a 32-team league. We're number 7, a team that's never been. Never been. I think that's the football power index is what the FPI is. We haven't even played a game in 2023 yet. And coming off of one of the worst starts to any season you could have, we end strong. And we got enough recognition that we are going to play the Super Bowl champions. And I don't know about you, but I think that our team, who wants to play this team more than any other team, I think that these guys are going to be ready. And I tell you what, if we beat the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs week 1, the Detroit Lions, I didn't stutter. That's right. Your Detroit Lions have to be placed in the conversation of Super Bowl. I know it's early. I know the season is early. But if you beat the team that won the Super Bowl, you got to be. I mean, out the gate, you have to be in the conversation. Now, you know who else I didn't see? I didn't see Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams. I didn't see them. I didn't see any other. There's no other NFC North team in here in the top 10. No Green Bay Packers, no Minnesota Vikings, and no Chicago Bears. You mean to tell me that according to ESPN's Football Power Index, we are only underneath the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Niners, the Bills, the Bengals, who have been forces for the last 5 years now, and the Cowboys, which is, okay, all right, whatever, in that situation. You could, 6-7, 7-6, you can flip-flop those, in my opinion. We should have beat them in 2014, but we all know how that went. This, to me, is unreal. Ladies and gentlemen, Lions fans, this is becoming a reality. What are you going to do? It's okay to say Detroit Lions and Super Bowl in the same sentence and not get laughed out of any location you're in. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. Now, and Dan Campbell now has to have these boys ready. These boys got to be ready to come out, and I think that he will. Not only Dan Campbell, Dre Bly, Aaron Glenn, everybody is going to be ready to play. We got no primetime games last year, and we start the season on third. You know what they usually do? It's usually the Super Bowl champion and like another playoff team. We didn't even make the playoffs, and we're going up against the Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs. Lions fans, it's time to start believing. If you don't believe, well, then you best believe it. Start believing that your team is, if we're not coming, man, we're already here. Like I told you before, the rebuild is over. There is no rebuild. The foundation is set. We are cosmetic stuff right now. We're putting on new siding. We're getting a bidet. That's what we're doing. We're getting accessories to the crib because we are here. This is a big deal. My expectations are a playoff win, hosting a playoff game, and a division title. If you tell me that we are going to win the wild card round, the division round, and get to the championship, last time I saw that happen, I was in middle school. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. According to ESPN's Football Power Index, your Detroit Lions have a 4% chance to go to the Super Bowl. Man, that's all I can say is, let me know what you think in the comments below. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. And I said it before, we're not coming. We're already here.